So earlier this week, Dragon Ball Daima dropped its biggest trailer yet, and a lot of people, including myself, have a question that is being posed to the Dragon Ball community at this time. We know that the majority of the story is going to be taking place inside of the Demon Realm, and this is a direct sequel to the Majin Buu arc. I do want to get something out of the way real quick. Over here in America, canon and continuity are held in a totally different place in people's heads as opposed to in Japan, which is why in Japan you have all these different animated movies that are totally nonsensical, have nothing to do with any of the plots when it comes to mainline anime and manga series. So look at Naruto, look at My Hero Academia. Very rarely, if ever, are any events in these movies acknowledged by these series. A lot of it's goofy, a lot of it's for fun. Look at the original Dragon Ball movies. They had absolutely nothing to do with the mainline series. And then you actually have Dragon Ball Super, which actually decided to take Broly, arguably the most popular Dragon Ball movie character, and make him his own thing and make him actually canon to the series with Dragon Ball Super Broly, obviously. So as far as people like holding Daima to this standard of, oh my god, we have all these answers, oh my god, this takes place before the end of Z, blah, blah, blah. Who cares, man? I'm telling you, Japan does not give a shit. Only thing you'll need to know is that there's probably going to be no god forms, which is perfectly fine. I am 100% okay with that. I'm really hoping they make cooler canon manga. I think cooler is really cool, but you know, Toei is kind of fucking stupid, so I doubt it's gonna happen. But today, I wanted to sit down. I wanted to pose a question to you folks, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. Is anyone actually hype for Dragon Ball Daima? Now, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but the trailer's gotten all these views. So many people are talking about it. That's all well and fine. But if we look back 8-9 months ago when Daima originally got his trailer, a lot of people were having some mixed receptions, including myself. I believe I said I was cautiously optimistic as to where the series is going to go. I said, it looks great. They're not going to have a rehash for Dragon Ball Super where they're going to tell the animators, hey, by the way, you have 2 weeks to animate this scene and for it to go live, or we're going to kidnap your entire family. Listen, man, everybody shits on Mappa, but at least their sweatshop is effective. Dude, that's not okay. I'm sorry, that's not okay. But am I incorrect? No. I think there's a couple of things that we need to look at to understand if people are actually hyped for Dragon Ball Daima. So obviously Akira Toriyama passed away. Obviously the effect that he had on the anime and manga world, just fiction in general, is absolutely massive. They have statues of this man in Japan and in Mexico. I believe a Chinese official actually spoke on his death on air, and that man is from Japan. He has nothing to do with China. I made mention of this before, but look at Goku versus Jiren. If you were watching Dragon Ball Super live in 2018 and 2017, you will understand how hype. Dude, Mexico and Brazil, bro, they literally had stadium-sized amounts of people watching Goku versus Jiren. They had niggas line up the block like there was a Deontay Wilder fight going on. Dragon Ball has some of the most insane emotion in history of fiction. You cannot argue otherwise. Obviously, myself and tons of other people know Dragon Ball, and it got us into the anime and manga community, right? So when we hear that Akira Toriyama passed away, and this is the last thing that he actually put his heart and soul into, and he was actually more involved with this than Super and GT and all this other stuff, we're like, okay, well, let's see what's going on. People want to see his last body of work. That's perfectly fine. But then we have another factor we should look at, which is the fact that Dragon Ball fans have been starving for years. And now you're more than welcome to say, oh, but we had Superhero 2 years ago. Listen to me. They thought, there was a thought in their heads that Superhero was going to be a financial flop because it did not have Goku and Vegeta as the leads. That is the first Dragon Ball movie, besides Bio Broly, which we're not going to talk about, that had Goku and Vegeta as non-main leads. Now, you could have argued the Tapion movie, but, you know, Super Saiyan 3, Dragon Fist, like, you know. Also, conspiracy theory, I'm pretty sure they made the movie CG because of Cell Max and his spots, because I don't think they want to do another, you know, Cell animation hubbubaloo, or they gotta animate it. Dude, how difficult is it to animate Cell with every individual spot? That seems like torture. That's a game theory. There's no proof of that claim anywhere, but yeah. And the Dragon Ball Super manga has been on hiatus for a good long while. Now, obviously, yes, Akira Toriyama passed away, and obviously Toyotaro was going to need some time to sit and process this, because that man was his mentor for how many years at this point? 6-7 years at this point? He looked up to him. He, you know, had his own fan manga going on. He was actually personally selected to be the next up for when Toriyama eventually stepped down, and no one anticipated he would pass away, but you know, so he was going to take some time. But before Akira Toriyama passed away, they're doing a recap of the Dragon Ball superhero movie, and I can tell you, no one gave a shit. If you look at chapter review, like views and all that kind of stuff, no one gave a single fuck. Because people were like, we already saw the movie. Why do I need to see a recap of this? Who cares? They did it in the manga and they did it again. People actually appreciated it when they skipped the Broly movie. Now, there was a small minority that was like, oh my God, why didn't we see the Broly movie? What? If you actually think like this, you are sick. Why the fuck would you sit and watch a recap of something that you watched in arguably a better format? What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's not even like the manga editions making anything super special anyway. I mean, like the couple editions that you have to the Dragon Ball Super manga, I mean, they're cool. I would argue that the Future Trunks arc was arguably cooler than it was in the anime, but then obviously the Future Trunks arc is just shit all around, to be honest. Hey guys, look, we saved the universe. The monsters defeated Trunks. Your timeline saved. Oh, by the way, Zeno erased everything. All these people are dead. God, what the fuck, dude? Niggas wonder why Future Trunks looks so scrawny and debilitated. That motherfucker was living off of fucking cat food and Chef Boyardee for like, what, 16, 17 years of his life? So, I mean, Trunks' best design is in the Cell Saga with the Saiyan armor. I think the BoJack movie look for Trunks is kind of overrated. I definitely think that, you know, Cell Saga Trunks with the ponytail is his peak design. That's just me. You know, one thing people gotta understand is, and this is coming from a Sonic fan, right? So I am used to mediocrity, like, served every which way, and then me getting hyped for it. But Dragon Ball fans are gonna eat up whatever Dragon Ball puts out. It's just gonna happen. Dragon Ball makes money left, right, and center every time they drop something. People hold this in a special place in their hearts. So here's the thing, even if it looked like shit, it's still gonna make a bunch of money. Now, I will tell you that when this first dropped, people were wondering, where's Super? Where's Dragon Ball Super? Where's the Moral arc? Where's the Granola arc? They can keep the Granola arc. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The Granola arc was absolutely abysmal to read month to month. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Probably an unpopular opinion, but that arc is just kind of ass. That, and I'm just not a fan of how Toyotaro and Toriyama used Vegeta at the end of the Moral arc. They just made the Goku show all over again. Had that nigga Vegeta do spear fission and, you know, go to the yard rat training, all this bullshit just for it to not matter. Whatever, man. Did he use spirit fission at any point in the Granola arc? I don't think he did he? They got that fuck ass God of Destruction for dude, nobody talks about that format. Nobody talks about that format. It is so funny. I was telling y'all day one. I was telling y'all day one. Go look at that video 2 years ago. I told y'all that Vegeta's God of Destruction form is hot ass. I don't even remember what it's called. To be honest with you, was it Ultra Ego, right? Yeah, Ultra Ego, my ass. Every time that nigga fucking powered up, I got knocked the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. But yeah, I honestly think that with all of these different factors coming in, I think that the mass opinion of Dragon Ball Daima is slowly being shifted to people being hyped because, again, we've been starved. This is Akira Toriyama's last work. And honestly, a lot of people weren't happy that we were going to have these kids again. Why they're doing it, I don't really know. People just want to see adult Goku and adult Vegeta and the Z Fighters, especially, you know, my personal favorite Z Fighter is Tien. I think Tien's really, really cool. I'll have to see Hit do something from Universe 11. That's not happening. Why the fuck why the fuck are they having Goten and Trunks as babies again, man? Why? What do they have against Goten and Trunks fans? Ah, damn, Toei! We literally had Goten's peak design and superhero. I mean, Trunks' design superhero was, keep that jacket. But come on now, we make them infants? Bro, they've been kids for like 30 years, bro. Come on now. I don't know, man, but that's just my personal opinion. I do think that the mass opinion is slowly shifting towards people being open to Dragon Ball Daima for a different variety of reasons. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that people are legitimately hyped for Dragon Ball Daima? Or do you think that Daima is hyped because of these quote-unquote artificial reasons and due to no merit of its own teasers from what we've seen? Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Anyway, guys, me, your boy Daffy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a good one. Peace.